Hello.
Hello, Sahar.
Hi, كيفك محمد? How are you? Hi,
Yeah, all
Sana.
is
Hi,
well.
Veronica.
How are you?
Good to have you.
Hello. I
Hi.
will I will be in camera soon. I'm just
No,
finishing few things.
no problem. You
So just
started,
go home.
you started the new job?
No, not yet. But
Okay,
I'm juggling between three jobs, so I'm
okay.
trying to save some energy, but I will be there soon.
Cut down. So what's new, Muhammad?
I'm in a phase of change right now. أنا خلصت المدرسة.
Yeah, مبروك. Congratulations.
Very quickly. هلا I'm applying for universities and
Okay.
يعني like I'm afraid of this change, but at the same time I know that there is no other way to not
Why,
recently.
why, why are you afraid? It's the most exciting period of your life.
No, do you know what? I saw that my school, it was something that I was very, very lucky with it and special with it,
Okay,
That was a thing that luckily was having.
okay.
And, no, there's this change that maybe will take temporarily. And I can say that, I was on this routine all that time since the first grade, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
But and in the day I finished and, I'm asking myself in September, I don't have that place. I'll not go and return to that location
Well, let
uh,
me
every
tell
time.
you, it's life. The minute you think this is it, I'm settling in, things change. But I think it's exciting because you think a lot and you're very curious. So you're going to find university very exciting. You're going to be on your own. It's not like being in a classroom in a school. So I remember my brother, bless his soul, yani, he told me once, you don't go to university to learn. You go to university to learn how to think. So it doesn't matter. Just take it as an opportunity and be curious and, get to know everything, join everything, because you will never have that chance again. It's a very special period. You're taking 4 years out of your life to know about something, to get really involved. And then once you start working, that is like not going to happen. Things will be busy and la 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 la. And before you know it, you know, I have
And
children or I'm retiring or it just goes like that. Especially now, things are really speeding up.
I agree, but at the same time, I have the dilemma of choices when you have to choose. And this time, it's the first time you choose in your life. I've never had the opportunity of
That's a
choosing.
very good point. Yeah, that's how it starts. Yeah, that's being adult. You have to make your own decisions and you have to live with the consequences. But I don't know how it is in Jordan, but in England, they have open days. You go and you visit the university and you spend a day and then you have a feel, do I want to live there? Do I want to, spend 4 years there or not? Can you do that in Jordan?
Yeah, we do have this thing too. Yeah, besides this, I wanted to say also, I wanted to apply outside the country and
Okay,
the problem of, for example, the financial
of
problems
course.
in Jordan, yeah, and our family's case. No, it was limited. My limits to be in the
Sure.
local, and so I've applied to scholarships. I got them outside, but yet without them, I didn't have the opportunity to continue. So
Fantastic.
that's a problem. But
Hi, Jody.
again, I thought it would be a bridge for me to
Sure.
continue. Yeah, so that's a thing, maybe.
Okay. Well, good luck. I'm sure you'll be okay, and I'm sure you'll choose the right university. How are you, Jody?
Good, I'm good.
How's your new companion? I keep looking at the pictures. He's absolutely
He's good. He's in
adorable.
the office with me. Do you see him?
Oh, hello. Oh, he's like my woozle. He's sitting next to me.
Where's
How are
Boozle?
you? How's New York?
New York is it's hot, very hot. Probably not as hot where you are.
It's very hot here. Hotter than anything. But I think worldwide it's hot. Let's begin with you because we didn't get a chance last time.
All
Have
right,
you?
let me just close my office door. Hold on.
Sure, sure. Oh, sorry. Somebody left a message in the chat. Hi, Sana. Hi, everyone.
I
Good
have
that you
mine
can
as
join.
well.
Oh, cutie. What's her name?
Gary.
Oh, he's a
Hi,
young cat.
Gary. Yeah, it's 8 months. Put him as one leg. Do you
Oh,
remember that I
Oh,
told
oh
you?
yeah,
The
yeah,
poor
yeah,
guy.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but he's
But
very
it's so cute.
energetic. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Jody, please give me your date of birth and tell me what's on your mind.
1274.
Is it January or is it
January 2nd, 1974.
2/1/1974? Okay. And what's on your mind? Any question?
I guess work and being busy and getting like majorly productive again, because it's been a standstill with this whole supply chain issue. So
you're asking how will work go?
yeah.
Okay, what I feel is after January, things will gradually get back to normal. So maybe from February onwards, it will be normal. I see a lot of delays between now and September. Not your own fault, not anybody's fault. It's just what the world is going through. But maybe towards October, November, it start picking up, but then really it will almost be back to normal around February. So what I'm getting is like, hang in there. I don't feel there's going to be any major losses or anything like that. It's just a very slow down period.
Yeah. It's driving me crazy because I like to be busy and productive. And
Can you do something else on the side to keep you busy? Like research your other project. You were once interested in a pets cafe or anything like that.
yeah, but there's so much robbing and looting here in New York. Like that dream went down the drains because
Oh, really? That bad?
yeah, because it's a bit more dangerous now in New York City.
Oh my God. But I feel everywhere. My cousin moved back to the States. He's always lived there. He came to Dubai for a few years and went back, and he just told me the crime is unbelievable. Wherever he is, which is like in Minnesota, where they had that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just can't believe it from what he's saying. But I really do feel that things will pick up after October, but it will be a very slow summer, beginning of fall, and then hopefully things will ease up. But I feel you need to get busy with something because you're having a lot of energy. You're a little bit restless in a positive way, like you want to push the fast forward button and you don't know where. So the important thing is to occupy your mind so that you don't waste that mental, I want to say alertness, because you feel more alert, more whatever, awakened, if you will. So something is happening within you that's got nothing to do with the job. And I'm saying use that time to do whatever,
I was even thinking, I'm like, should I take a real estate class and get a license? Or
I would. Why not?
Yeah.
Because you're opening up a new avenue. You seem to have a natural affinity for it. And I like it. I suddenly felt very excited. So yeah, I would do that. I really feel you should be doing something else alongside, but don't jump boats yet.
okay.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah. Is there anything else you can tell me about my numbers that you?
It's really, today is not about the numbers as much as to help you get unstuck and
Okay.
and not to fall behind, to keep going in life. Because as I said, everything on the one hand has slowed down. On the other hand, time is going like that. Like, I don't know where the last month has been. It just went, 4 weeks went like that. But 52 onwards, you'll have a magical life. That is not to say you're not going to have a magical life until then, but the sense of awareness, your perception, everything is going to change, and you're going to be able to materialize things very, very quickly. Space is very important for you. And in general, the only thing that can stop you in this lifetime is you. So what you need to learn is to allow rather than to strive. So there is nothing to strive for or overcome, but you need to practice allowing to accept, allowing to receive, whether it's a compliment or whatever it is. The trick is to feel that you have it before you do. Does that make sense? So once in your body you have that memory of whatever, I have abundance, I'm in love, or I have a fantastic job, then you will have it, because you can materialize quickly. and this is what I mean, as you get older, it's nothing to do with age, it's more to do with awareness. You'll be able to materialize very quickly and transcend any obstacles. You're very sensitive to time. So if I want to say anything, it's use your time well. You know, like, don't worry about what's happening in the world, but keep surfing the wave, you know, do whatever is possible. You know, drive forward in whatever is possible. If the real estate course is open, yes, do it. So that way you keep moving forward. And then once you step back, then things would have made sense. And it would feel as though this has happened on purpose to allow you to do what you want to do.
Okay.
But great things ahead, really.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of happiness around April next year. So drop me a message. Let me know.
Okay, I will do so.
All right. Who's next? Welcome, everyone. Hey, Muna, good to see you.
Hello.
Oh my God, it's been years. Thank you.
I know. Hello from Cannes.
Oh, lovely, lovely. Hi, Annette. I don't know if you can hear us. Welcome. So, Muna, what we're doing, the purpose of this is to keep people moving so that they don't fall behind. And all I need is your date of birth. And if you have a question, then I'll tune in, see what's going on and how to help you move forward. And same thing, Veronica. Yeah, if you've got anything in mind, just let me know.
Sure, thank you.
Date of birth?
Please.
23/08/68.
23/08, 1968. Okay, great. And is there a particular question on your mind?
Particular question. It's time for change. So, well, before I wasn't ready. I think I'm ready. So, yeah. I don't know. It's time for change forward, and at the same time, it is time for me to slow down.
So, what's your question? What you said, yes, feels right. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. But are you stuck in any way? Do you have a question?
Yes, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the sense that I don't know how to move forward. Because of so many roots, right? And responsibilities and all. And so
there will always be something, let me say. So when I look at you, I see frustration. It's not confusion. You know exactly what you want to do, and what is missing is taking an action towards that goal. But because you don't want to, for whatever reason, you're looking for the responsibilities that you have. You will always have responsibility. There will always be a reason, la 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 la. But your challenge, because you too, like Jody, your ultimate challenge is not to stand in your own way. So you have to move out of your way and you have to move forward. What I also see is that you have a lot of experience, expertise, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and somehow that needs to come out. I can't remember what field you were in, but it doesn't matter really, because it's a personal experience, your own life journey, and it feels to me that other people are going to learn from it. And I don't know if you work for yourself now or not, because it's been a while, but there's also a sense of, I want to do things my own way. So if that hasn't happened yet, now is the time to start thinking.
No, I've done all that.
Okay. I've
done that, and I've done it my way, and
okay.
It's all good. I just I need to move forward, but I don't know
what is possible. What is possible when you're stuck in traffic? You have to see which lane is moving and you move in that direction. Yeah. And we were just saying the challenge now, especially this period and especially in the last 2 weeks, is to keep surfing the wave. So if you're asking me, am I going to take the wrong direction? No. But whatever is unfolding, whatever is happening, whatever you feel pulled, attracted to, you need to do. Yeah. But the main theme is you have to give back. It could be writing, it could be teaching. I see a lot of writing actually. So I don't know what you're thinking about. If you give me alternatives, then I can tell you.
So Sahar, for example, I did the exercise that you mentioned last time.
Okay, the chakra vowels.
Yes, about
fantastic. Well done.
With the circle and opening the door, looking at the door, seeing yourself in the future, or your.
Oh, okay.
And I've done all that. And it worked fine. I know exactly what
Okay.
I see her, and I see her, with somebody accomplishing everything that she wants to, and very happy.
Okay.
It's wonderful. What I wasn't able to do is talk to her, like you said, like, how did you get there? So there was no communication between me in the door.
Okay, that could be because, when we do it together, I hold the energy and I help you do it. When you do it on your own, it's a little bit difficult because part of you is freaking out. Like, is this happening or not happening? It will be difficult. But
it's something seen off, more than once. I see it,
It takes years. But what I'm saying is you can access yourself in another way. You can ask for a dream. Yeah, literally write the question down and say, how did I get to that point in time? That's one way, everybody. The other way is, I was just beginning this session today by saying, anything you want to manifest, you have to feel that it has already happened. The memory of you having it has to be within you in order for you to attract it or materialize it. So it's the feeling that makes things happen. So if you're unconscious of your feelings, you will materialize negative things if it's bad feelings. If you're conscious and you consciously work on, okay, I've done it, I got there, smell it, see it in high definition, you can do that. So like really high definition visualization, let's call it, with feelings, feel the relief, feel the success,
I felt the satisfaction, the wow, done it.
Okay. The third, did I say dreams? Ask for a dream. Yeah. So that's when you do it when you're unconscious. You write a question down. You let your brain see what is on your mind. And you say, please give me a dream on what is the first step for me. Now, with dreams, what I also do is I have a thing called the dream wheel. So I ask questions around the same topic, but I ask it in a different way every night. And then give yourself the weekend off. When you do this, and you're looking at the question and you try and write something down as soon as you wake up, you are linking your subconscious with your conscious, and your brain will understand, she's been asking me this question for 5 nights in a row. It will start working in that direction. You might get a vivid dream. Everyone is different. You might wake up with a feeling of, aha, I need to do this. Yeah. Different people are different, but always write something down, because when you start writing something down, you will just flow. And every night, or every day when you wake up, you will write a little bit more and a little bit more. I can't tell you how important that is in terms of bridging the conscious and the unconscious, because then you can materialize things quickly. The other thing.
You write the question, or you write, how do I get?
Okay. Before you go to sleep, you write the question down. You put the date down. What are we? 28th of July. Please give me a dream on what is the first step for me to take in that direction towards blah, blah. Yeah. When you, and you fall asleep repeating the question in your mind, or think about it, or get that feeling back, give your brain a message as you fall asleep. You will dream about it. The next day, when you wake up, write whatever feeling you remember. If you don't remember anything from the dream, write something down. It can be like, I slept really well, I woke up feeling better, or I don't remember anything from my dream, or I remember a color. Sometimes I get colors, I don't get answers. And then what I do is I wear the color in that day just to link with the energy of the dream. The next day, you can ask a similar question around the same subject. Would it be good for me to start this? Is this the right direction for me? Or who can help me do this? Where can I find more information? You ask it in a different way, and then the brain will really register and you will get your answer, I promise you. Consciously, the third way is to do it consciously, like really relax, breathe deeply about 10 times, like you really blow out, really breathe deeply, let go of expectation. It's very important. And pick up a pen and a paper and start writing stream of consciousness, meaning don't think about what you're going to write, but keep the pen moving. If you have nothing to write, continue to make loops. So we're talking about writing longhand. Don't take the pen out, because it's different than typing. It slows the brain down and you go into alpha. So you have more like awareness, you are more in a meditative state. So you will really connect vertically and bring some guidance down. And usually by the time that I write 3 or 4 pages, I've got my answer. I mean, before it used to take me 4 pages. Now it just takes me 1 page. Leave what you wrote down, get up, have a glass of water or something, come back, read it. And I promise you there will be something there. So the point is not to feel frustrated, but to understand the tools that you have to dig deeper into your conscious, but also to seek answers more consciously. So there's no split personality here. We need all of ourselves to work with us, the conscious and the unconscious. So use the dreams, because the minute the unconscious gets the message, when you are awake, you will consciously seek that route. This is how the brain works. The unconscious gives the order and the conscious acts on it, which is why sometimes we get stuck. So by twisting this and using how the brain works, you can get your answers.
Okay.
Another thing, if you've got alternatives, does anyone else have a decision to make? Alternatives? We can try this now. What I usually do is I imagine a scale, alternative A, alternative B, and I go into my heart center and I just ask the question, I don't know, pasta or a steak. And then you see which side of the scales dip, and I go with that. So like, should I start now or should I start in 2 years? But again, the secret is to let go of expectation, because the heart has more sensors than the brain. So it will instinctively, for me, this is instinct. Yeah, it's a very different from gut feeling. And it's got no connection with your belief system, because it's what you feel immediately. And you either feel, oh, yeah, it feels good, or you feel, oh, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to that university, or I don't want to start that business, or whatever it is. Because the heart center gets rid of that duality. So this is where we link with our spiritual self, or this is where we blend our personality in the present moment with our spiritual self. So by using your heart center, by thinking with your heart, you're really tapping into your own guidance. And again, I would take very, very small steps. There's a visualization that you can do where I would guide you, for example, like, going up the ladder, going up the staircase, and how many steps do you need to go from where you are to where you want to go? And then you might get 4 steps. And then I'll say, okay, what is step 1? And you'll get it in a meditative state. So you can ask yourself that when you do stream of consciousness writing, how many steps do I need to get to where I want to go? And your writing might say 4 steps. And you say, okay, 4 steps. Okay, what is step 1? I'm not sure what to do. My nose is itching and I'm quite hungry, but I really want to know what is step 1 for me. Keep writing, and you will do that. So by using tools like that, you will tap into your brain and you will get some answers, and you can guide yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes. And can you see if I'm getting there? Because what I see is I'm getting there and there is somebody, but I don't know who that person is behind me. Can you see? Can you have any vision of if there is somebody?
What?
See, so,
You mean now,
a man
or you
with,
mean that you need somebody to help you to get to where you want to go, or what is the question?
yes. So
What?
I think
Whether
it
you
will
need someone
be
to help
easier.
you to get to where you want to go? I don't think so. I
it
think
would
this
be
is
easier.
you. I think this is you. You feel you need support and you're tired of doing everything on your own, and you have developed that supportive system. So there is, and you gave it a figure of a person, which is fine. But what I want to highlight, it's not that you will never make it unless this person shows up. I don't think so. Somehow
Yeah.
you've made it so, but I don't feel that. I feel the answer is very simple, and it lies in a very small incremental step. And then the carpet would roll, everything will unfold, and you will get to where you want to go, and you will do what you want to do. So always look inside, why do I need that? I mean, maybe, somebody will always come and help when we are meant to do what we're meant to do. So don't worry about it. But the most important thing is to figure out what your steps are. And what's even more important is to take an action, any action. Whenever you're in doubt, take an action. You will get a reaction. And that reaction will tell you whether this is the right way or not. but it's important to move, not to stay afloat, waiting for an angel to come down and tell you what you need to do. It never worked like that for me. I took an action and either the door slams in your face or whatever it is, or, you're turned down, but then that is feedback and you say, okay, and then you modify. But I feel about you personally, Mona, that you think a lot and you need to ground that energy. And the only way I know how to do that is by writing. Empty it out, flush the radiator, all the rust will come out, and then you will be really in touch with yourself. So please don't think for you personally, write a lot more. Write stream of consciousness, i.e. don't worry about grammar and making up sentences and paragraphs. Just don't take the pen off the paper. And then you will get used to allowing your own guidance to flow, which you're stopping because you're thinking, because you're quite intelligent. So leave that on the side. We're talking about getting in touch, going vertically up, getting in touch with your intuition. And if you've already done that on your own, that's amazing. So you can do what we're talking about on your own. And it'll be an interesting journey. But definitely do whatever it is that you're thinking about doing. Take a small step. Take any step, but take a small step. And I don't feel intuitively that you need somebody to open the door. But if you do, then yeah, they will materialize and they will help, which is what usually happens. So what is more important is how much you desire this and how determined are you?
Oh, I do, but it's scary. I want to give everything up. And
Why
then
is it scary? I think it's more scary if we die and not do what we want to do.
Absolutely. But it's scary. You want to give everything up, all the comfort up, and then I want to do something,
I
completely.
think if it feels right, then there's nothing to be scared of, because logically you'll figure out all the steps.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a change. It's not about giving up. It seems to me like there's a theme developing here, because, Muhammad was saying he's leaving school, going to university, and he's giving up the comfort of a school. So I think, I'm beginning to see like everyone is going through a transition of some sort. So this will happen anyway. But do remember that you always have the logic and the intuition, and both have to work together. If intuitively you feel it's time to cross the threshold and to do something new, and if it feels right, then you logically work out the transition between platform A and B. And usually what I would do is really take very small incremental steps so that emotionally you are more prepared to make that move. Because the worst thing is dealing with how you feel. So if you need to sell, to pack, to whatever it is, you can do that gradually. You know what I mean? Until you get used to the idea and get the feel of how, how physically you're going to make that transition. If it is about exploring more information to see if it's feasible, because I don't know what your idea is. Yeah, I'm just talking in general. Then maybe by researching that or talking about it, putting it out there, see what kind of feedback you get, you'll begin to get more of a feel of it. But right now it's such a new thing that it feels I'm going to jump from here to there and I don't know where I'm going to land, which is not really true, because we do kind of think and plan. But the most important thing is intuitively, is it right? Are you excited about it? And then if yes, then just allow it to unfold gently. And then, really think if you're so used to your life right now, what would it feel like if you never do this new thing? Like, can I live without doing this? And then the other thing is to ask, can I live without doing it? Or can I live without having this, is what I mean. So which one weighs more to you? Which one you value more? Staying the same or not doing, like I really want to do that? Which one is more important as I say that? Because it's not about the loss. It's about staying where I am or giving myself an opportunity to find out if I could do more. This is the broader theme. And then the details, is this the right project, idea, country to move to or not? I mean, that I don't know. But I'm just saying this is like what I would do.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes. I mean, it helps. It gives me some courage.
Okay.
Because it's not, it's not me not having the courage. It's disappointing everybody who I would kind of
Like who?
dump everybody. So
Are you going into a monastery, or what are you doing, Mona?
it's something like this, not monastery, but yeah, you kind of nailed it. Not a monastery, kind of, want to go to the other side of the world where I could be of help, and of more hands-on.
How strongly do you feel about it?
It's something that's in the back of my mind for a while,
Did you
and
try to do it for a short period of time? Like, can you
say
go
that?
and do it? Can you go and do it for a month or two and see how you feel?
Yeah, that's exactly the other
I would, because that way you would know whether you're romanticizing the idea or are you truly passionate about it.
Exactly.
So what you're doing is you're building up this sense of doom, like, oh, I'm gonna disappoint people. No, the person you don't want to disappoint is you. Like, can I really live having not written a book? No, I would have died. This was such a passion with me. I waited 20 years for it to happen, but I always knew this is what I wanted to do. So if you're not sure, go. I would go volunteer for a couple of weeks, 2 months, take a break. And it is your life, and you're not going to disappoint anyone. You'll be showing them that we have to follow our calling. I'm not saying ignore your responsibilities, but there's always a happy, a happy medium of doing something, but at least not compromising yourself either.
Yeah, no, that's.
I think you've given a lot. That's what I feel to everyone. And it's time to give yourself something that you're truly passionate about. And it's not a disaster. It's not like you're going to turn the page and never turn back. You can go get it done, do it for a couple of months or whatever. I keep getting a couple of months. I think maybe you do need that period to find out. I think
it's an idea. Yeah. Definitely an idea to try it rather than.
Absolutely. And then maybe that would be enough. Maybe that would give you ideas to do something else or go somewhere else. Or do you know what I mean? It's not as permanent as you think it is.
Yeah. I think that would be the solution. Yeah. Thank you.
No, pleasure. Anyone else?
Yeah, me.
Sure.
Hi, hello everyone.
I know that the birthdays are close, but please give me your date of birth again.
Well, it's not so close, but 15 November 1982.
Yeah, that was my mom's birthday. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, 1982.
And it's their wedding anniversary, so they did everything. They got engaged, got married.
Oh wow! No, you didn't tell me that.
On the same day. Yeah, I just remembered.
we have so many dates in common. It was like your anniversary. That's so cool. You tell me, or do I have to tell you something?
Do you have a question? I can't remember. What's your question?
Well, as you know, a little bit my situation. So I have this feeling of being stuck. It's been a while, but I was listening to, what's her name, Moon. So it's so
Muna.
Fascinating. Yeah, Muna. It's so fascinating that she has a vision. The problem for me is that I cannot actually have a vision. So I feel stuck because I don't actually know where I want to go, but it's been a while. So I try to understand,
Are we talking career or are we talking country?
Yeah. No. Career-wise, yes. It doesn't matter the country, I'm open to move anytime, like I did already a couple of times. Yeah, obviously they don't know I'm Italian, but I moved to the UK and then moved to Dubai last year. So I'm like a traveler. So no, it's more career-wise. Doesn't matter where. I'm ready to go anywhere else in the world, but I just feel that I cannot see myself. Like, she was saying, I can see me. I don't know how we'll get there. I just don't know where I'm going because I feel like trapped, kind of in a cage. But I don't know. It's because it's my financial situation, because my life in general. But I cannot have the vision. So it's like I'm waking up in the morning, but I don't really know where I'm going.
In your vision, what do you see?
Yeah, that I cannot see anything. That's the thing. It's like that I cannot visualize anything. Yeah, I know things that I like to do, I would love to do, but I cannot see my future self. I don't know if it makes sense.
It doesn't matter, but what do you feel like doing now? Like if you ask me, what am I going to do in 5 years? I honestly don't know.
Oh, now, well,
But
I will pack my bag and go somewhere.
so you're basically asking, should I leave? I don't think so.
No,
I don't
I
see a
don't think.
country move right now. What I see, it's a lesson in learning how to navigate, how to maneuver yourself around the block. That's what you're learning here. And the same thing, can you see, guys, a theme building up tonight? It's just about navigating your way around the blocks rather than making any major change. So dip your foot in the water a little bit and have a sense of it. What I pick up for you personally is there's going to be a lot of temporary things that you're going to have to mix and blend together before the picture becomes really clear as to what it is that you want to focus on. So right now, finances are important, and I would do anything just to pay the bills. And then once you relax, then your desires will surface. Right now, you're in survival mode. So it's very hard to kind of get inspired. Does that make sense? But the minute you take care of finances, then you will aspire, and you know, yourself, your higher self would reach out for you to do what you want to do. But in general, I pick up that the area is fine, the location is fine. You just need to get over that hurdle and keep writing. I don't know if you write a lot. Writing is so important for you. And look at your writings. You know, sometimes I look at things that I write before I go to bed, like even from 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago. I'm like, oh my God, I wrote that? I mean, I have no idea. You know, it just comes. And then when I read it later, it's like, oh, wow, you know, that helps me. And you are a bit like that because you are a channel. So you're getting quite a lot in your sleep. You're getting quite a lot in your dreams. I would write a page before you fall asleep. I would write. I can't emphasize, guys, how much important it is to write. You need to communicate your subconscious. And about finances, because there is a financial crunch, you know, worldwide. I don't care what economists say, but everyone is feeling it in different ways. You need to connect with that energy of just allowing, never mind how. Spirit will sort it out, but at least allow it. Allow yourself to feel the ease, the relief, the abundant. You need to register it in yourselves because your memory now is I'm a warrior. And that kind of energy will not attract ease because it's an energy that is ready to overcome obstacles. So you need to let go of that warrior.
Yeah.
You know, when I look at you, I see that warrior, very skilled warrior. And I was like that for like, I don't know, 20 years. And I really had to pose and give it up, you know, and it came when we were doing the holistic therapy course. We had to get in touch and see how we, and draw how we see ourselves. And oh my God, I saw a fantastic, you know, new age, high tech warrior, you know, with every, and I thought that's no good. That's not a creator mode. Does that make sense? So you're at the tail end of it because of what you went through in the last few years. That's what I feel. And now you need to change that image. I don't know, to a wizard who manifests things easily, but feel it.
Well, my friend calls me warrior actually, so it's actually a name that someone gave it to me.
There is nothing wrong, but sometimes when you're not blocked and you don't have karma with money, if that's what you're asking me. But your energy, because of the last phase of your life, is one of survival. That needs to go, because if you have that energy, then you will always attract conflict. So you need to let that go. It's like, okay, now what do I create? What do I really want? And focus on feelings more, and you will pull through. But again, also for you, I don't see a drastic change. It's just going to happen incrementally, and it is by design so that you don't freak out, you don't get overwhelmed. You know, before you know it, like really by the end of the year, the picture will be very, very clear. I think by October, you would have come a very long way. But change how you feel, change the mode, channel a lot, write a lot, ask for dreams, Veronica, because you're an amazing channel. And nothing is blocked about you. Money is not blocked, but it's also teaching you boundaries are very important for you, that you don't self-sacrifice for the sake of others. Your boundaries have to be really clear. You know, sleep well, rest well, help yourself first before you do others, so that you can stand on a solid foundation, and then it will be easier to continue.
Okay. Thank
The
you.
biggest thing is to work with your dreams. I've just
Yeah, I actually,
I just saw that in
yeah,
your
I tried.
numbers. You have so much coming in your sleep. You really
Yeah.
need to be conscious of your unconscious.
I not recently, but I usually dream a lot. Yeah.
And I see circles. I don't know. I think we talked about it briefly before. If you can teach in small circles, you know, in your home, that could turn the money around quickly. Because you are a
Okay.
teacher.
Yeah.
You are. I mean, I don't mean, you know,
Yeah. In
Pilates.
general, yeah.
I think you have a lot of wisdom. I think you see a lot of things when you meditate, and you can show people how to do that, you know, things like that, things which they're interested in. You help them to connect with their bodies. I hear the word embodiment, like literally how to bring that energy down, maybe through movement or dance, you know, to embody the image. It is something you can try as well in your dance. And so the body is very important because you have a lot of 4s, a lot of 8s, you know. Yeah, and the teaching and the communication is fantastically important. I also see photography for you. You need a creative talent, you know, something where you enjoy yourself apart from working hard. So if you want to get more, you need to have more fun.
Yeah.
That's the balance. The more fun you have, the more fun time, you know, me alone time you have, the more you'll be able to manifest things and do them. If there is no fun by yourself, the soul gets bored, you know, like life becomes uninteresting. So it withdraws. And then the personality, which is who we are right now, finds it very difficult to live life because, you know, our energy is like, you know, not here, so to speak, figuratively. Metaphorically, I mean. So you need to stay excited about life, although things are very difficult, but I can still, whatever, read a good book, start a new hobby, draw a picture, you know, do something.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And there is not enough fun at the moment in your energy. So we need more fun. Like I'm learning an entirely new language now just for fun. Like everyone says, why? I said, I don't know. I just feel like it, you know?
Yeah.
And I really do. I give it like a couple of hours every day, you know, before I fall asleep. And I'm really getting into it. I'm so excited about it. But, you know, it's something to look forward to. And it just came out of the blue.
What's the language?
Farsi. Farsi.
Farsi. Wow.
And I thought like, oh my God, I never thought of it before, but I'm doing it now and I'm really enjoying it.
Nice.
And I found a teacher online. There's a platform where you have teachers from all over the world for whatever language. I didn't even know it existed, you know, it just popped up suddenly on the internet. And, you know, you have a session with the guy, with the teacher. And if you get on, then you register. And it's absolutely fantastic. And you can choose any budget you want, you know, any time zone you want. So the whole thing is really like new experience. And I'm reading, I'm beginning to read, you know, Rumi in the original language. And that was the attraction, really, you know, how sound, words are expressed differently. And no matter how well you translate something, the original language is always different. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, you know, that keeps the engines running at the moment. So find something that really gets you excited about life.
Yeah, right now in my spare time I just sleep.
Yeah,
because I need to recover the energy. But
draw, paint, doodle, write something, write yourself a letter. Write what you would like, how you would like to be living, you know, what it's important for you. Just kind of let it out as if you're talking to your best friend, you know, let it out on paper. This is how it registers with the brain. So my point is, if we understand how our physiology works, then it will become a lot easier to do the things that we want to do. And in very, very in a nutshell, what really stops us is overreacting, you know, indulging in like really analysis and overreacting to what is happening. That emotional energy, pushes you out of your center. But we need both. We need the logic and we need the intuition or the inspiration to do something. And the most important thing is to rule your emotion by watching yourself. So it's like an elastic band, you know, if you overreact to something, you're going to wobble again and it will take you a long time to stabilize. So don't blow it out of proportion, you know, for all of you. Like, oh, this is not happening. This is a new university. This is a new project. I'm going to let people down. It's not really like that. Take small steps, control the emotional drama, very important, and then test it for a little bit, see if I like it or if I don't like it. But the best thing is to move forward without resistance is by making incremental steps. Then there is not a huge backlash, if you will, and you can always recover quickly and change the plan or take a step sideways or whatever it is, but if you go high speed, you're going to bang into the wall. It's like saying diet starts tomorrow and your psyche says, no, it doesn't. And you start thinking of all kind of foods that you're missing instead of actually focusing on getting fit. So dangle a carrot is a lot easier. This is how energy moves, even when you do meditations and stuff or healing, I always see the energy going first and then the disease goes out. This is how it works. Dangle a carrot and then it'll become a lot easier to do whatever it is you want to do. But if you strive, if you push, if you overanalyze, if you think, then it becomes such a hurdle that to your mind, it becomes an impossible step to cross, an impossible threshold to cross. So the question is, what can I do now? Which direction can I move in right now? And if that's the only thing that is open, then take it. And then you can gauge the feedback and, rationally work accordingly. And then you will be satisfying your passion or your calling. So it's not about a dramatic thing. Now this phase for the next 2-3 years is about letting it unfold and just being ready to kind of maneuver yourself instead of having a fixated idea of how things are, because you don't know how they will develop, and they always change in the present. They never change in the past or in the future. Things always change in the present. So you need to keep your eye on the present moment and, which way is it possible for me to go? And you go that way. But do something. Don't stand there and think about it. I think if you're busy doing, for all of us, I mean in general, if you're busy doing something, then the whole energy is moving forward. But the minute you stop and you analyze and you overthink and you think about everything else, it becomes so big that you're never going to do it again or do anything else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Did anyone feel anything? Oh, first, let me ask you, did anyone do the chakra sounds, the meditations from last month? Did you sing them? No? Mona, then do that. Then you will get a dream. It will really tell you which center is strongest about you and which one is weaker and which one needs balancing. And it's the quickest way to align, to clear, to heal, to get yourself literally aligned, not over emotional, to get inspired, whatever it is. Just sing. Do the 7 sounds and then see what comes through. Very important. And it's a shortcut. Yeah? Yeah, sure. Go, Veronica. That's okay. Get some sleep. Good night.
Thank you all.
All the best tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. Any questions from anyone else?
I have a question.
Sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
This question is because you've mentioned many times the word dreams. So I wanted to know, what does really, lately I am having deja vus and deja revs, the thing that I think that I've seen this thing while I've dreamt with it, and I really dream with something maybe, and the next day it happens, not the total thing, but certain events or certain sceneries.
Oh,
that's
wow.
the thing. Yeah. So
this is your intuition coming through. This is how I started, really. I dreamt of something and the next day it happened exactly as I saw it in my dream. And that was the beginning. So this is the if you like, the unconscious or the intuition, because your dreams and intuition, it's all the 6th chakra. So it's your 3rd eye, you're opening up, it's the spiritual realm. So you're getting guidance, you're getting a lot of information. Your brain anyway works when we are asleep. Your brain is always working. So the brain never stops to find answers. But the difference is when you're asleep, you're in a different wavelength. Your brain is in a different wavelength, and it has a very long amplitude as a wave, as a brain wave. And if you like, the longer amplitude has more information in it. So there's always information coming through. And what happens when in the brain also when we are asleep is the brain defragments itself and reorganizes itself. So sleep is very important. The brain is always working. Spiritually speaking, because you are in this expanded state of awareness, although we're not conscious, communication becomes easy and your brain can pick up stuff, sort out stuff, give you a dream. But literally, if you're beginning to see things from your dream, literally, this is how I started, then I would pay attention and I would start a dream journal. I mean, like 30 years ago, my teacher said, start a dream journal, you know, and she had tons of dream journals and I have about 16 now, you know, like I really get thick books and I keep writing my dreams. I keep asking questions and it's just amazing. Today, I was doing something just now, 2 hours before we started. Somebody asked me for some information. And then my sister sent me something and then I was forwarding the information and the dream came back. You know, I've had it maybe about 15 years ago. I was doing exactly the same thing and sending that information to that person, except I didn't know that person back then. You know, we've just met. So it's amazing what comes into a dream. And now I kind of understood why I met that person and why I have them in my life. Just like in a second, in a split second. So write your dreams down. But this is how your unconscious begins to show you that you're conscious or attract your attention. Like speaking of college, I remember the first day at university, before I actually went, I dreamt that I met someone called Kanj, and I've never heard that name before. And then the next day, we were in the student union, and, you know, people came in and somebody said, oh, Sahar, this is Kanj. I'm like, what? I mean, I never heard that name. And then this guy is called Kanj. And things like that started happening. I would dream of places. I would dream of flowers that I've never seen. And then I would be walking down the street and suddenly there will be a flower shop and there is that flower that I've never ever seen before. So I think this is the brain trying to attract attention. But I don't doubt that you have it. But if you want to make sense of it, start writing a dream journal. And then you will understand your own language. And then you can begin to weave all the information together, you know, to see where this is going. But from what you said, it's showing you that you can perceive stuff. You know, it could be deja vu, it could be whatever it is, it could be psychic insight. But allow it to come through. It's a very good thing anyway, to merge the conscious with the unconscious. And dream exploration, dreams are 30% of our lives. So if we don't know what's happening 30% of the time, you're really missing out on a huge resource. Huge. Now I know if I have this dream, it means, I'm really anxious. Or if I have this dream, then I know I'm on the threshold of something new because I figured out my own symbology. So there are things that we dream about universally, you know, they mean the same thing for everyone. And then there's your personal dictionary, which is based on your imaging, on your belief system, on, you know, whatever stuck in your mind. So the brain uses both to weave a story and to tell you something. And something else actually about dreams, speaking of dreams, Muna, if you don't know how your future self got there, you can ask yourself for a dream. You can say, give me a dream that shows me how she got there. You know, show me someone who did the same thing. How did they do it? For example, so your brain can pick another person so that you're not so overwhelmed and tell you the story of how that person transitioned from platform A to platform B. So this is another question that you can ask yourself. Does that make sense?
It makes, but I know exactly what is, I mean, yeah, there is, so I see myself over there from, you know, on a terrace overlooking, I don't know, it may also just be another life. I don't see the link to me and to me in the future. But, and next to me is somebody who together we've accomplished this dream of mine that I want to accomplish. But the thing is, right now, after being separated for 13 years, now I'm starting to think, okay, I am ready to maybe meet somebody, yeah? But there's also a social pressure. They keep on telling you, you can't stay alone, you can't stay alone. But I'm fine.
Who's they? Who's they?
Everybody who doesn't mind their own business. They tell you,
Don't listen. I mean, people never stop. And remember, people sometimes say that because
I've never
very courageous, taking a step forward, and they're freaking out that they're not doing anything with their lives.
Now I think, okay, I can give it a try. The thing is, I don't, so you say, I accomplished everything I wanted. I accomplished on my own, but that scares people. And also, I think I don't know how to, maybe create space for somebody else and how to
in your life
somebody else that is not my children and my family. So
I think before you create the space for someone else, you need to mark your boundaries, because I think of what you went through, you kind of allowed everybody to give you their opinion, and it became overwhelming. So you need to start pushing back now. So you need to let go.
I don't really mind anybody's opinion. I really don't care about anybody's opinion. It's I don't care. But okay, this is what I said. Yes, there is a lot of people that tell you this, but it's when you're ready. And I think now I'm not ready, but I'm starting to be ready for somebody else. But there is no space. There's physically no space, and mentally there's no space, and I don't know how to do it anymore.
I think you hit a very important point, not just relationships, but with anything you want to manifest, there has to be resonance between the inside or your inner self and your outer self. And what I've learned myself is to be creative, because the universe is creative. So you could do things symbolically. Any small symbol, the universe will understand. It will go into your mind and it will tell you, okay, I'm ready for a new phase. So I would physically look at your space. But anyway, I want to say this because I feel physically you need to push people away a little bit. You need to have a little bit me time. You need to feel your space before you can invite anything new or anyone new. The physical space as well as the emotional or the psychological space. But let's talk about physical space because that's easy. Just look around. Is the space itself, would it be comfortable for a person coming into your life? I don't know how to say this, but sometimes, especially for women, when they live on their own and stuff, everything is about me. Everything is, me, or everything is, for example, girly. I'm not saying you are, or everything is pink, or I don't know, but you want to invite someone in. You want them to be comfortable in your space. Do you see what I mean? You want the space to be interesting. And I kind of suffered with this when my husband died because I didn't want to let go of his things. And I kept his desk for like the longest time ever. I only gave it away 2 months ago because I just couldn't. But I wanted to live in my own space, and I wanted to tell myself that this is a new phase without him. So how do I do that? I want to keep the memories, but then also I want to open up and say, no, I'm moving forward with my life. So I literally visited every room in my home. I kept like intimate memories, maybe behind the door or in a cupboard, like pictures. I still have pictures outside, but not like in the way that I had before. I put my own print on the place. So it kind of looks like a continuation, but people noticed, people who come in frequently, my niece, my nephew, my cousins, they noted, they said, now this is your space. And I laughed. So you have to intend physically to put your own print, but also to make it welcoming for someone to come in so that they literally feel they have room. I remember when I first met my husband, he loved photography and he always went with his camera around. And one time he left his camera behind, and not only he left it behind, but he put it in my wardrobe, and he didn't tell me, and he just left. And then I opened the cupboard and I saw the camera there, and I felt violated. Not only did he go into my bedroom, the relationship, we were just friends. It wasn't even, an intimate relationship. And I found the camera there and I said, "Hey, you forgot your camera." And he said, "I know, I left it there on purpose." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Make room for me in your life." And I thought, oh my God. And I realized everything was so controlled about the space. It was my space, my life, my flat. And I had to remind myself, because when we got married, he moved into my flat, and I had to make it home for both of us. So this is a new thing, to learn to co-navigate as opposed to this is my space. Does it make sense what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, of course.
Physically make room. Physically leave room.
It's not more about me. It's more the fact that, it's about the girls. It's their space. Everything is about them. Right?
I don't mean kick them out or push them, but they are sharing your space. Yeah. And your life is different now, and your space needs to reflect it. And what I was going to say, you can even leave like a small shelf free in a cupboard or a drawer, whatever, symbolically, I have space for someone in my life. That if someone walked in, they can still, you can even, I don't know, how old are your girls now?
The oldest is 21 and the youngest is 12. But they're very comfortable and no intentions of moving out anytime.
No, fine. But they're old enough to understand, and they're old enough to say, how do you feel if I want to open up my life and share it with someone else? It's your right. Although they live there, it is your home. They are under your roof. And your life needs to say, this is new space, fresh space. Do you understand what I'm saying? So anything symbolic like that, a new paint of color, I got like this new cabinet here. I really wanted to make the space mine. And I just did it in small things to make myself comfortable in the new phase of my life. So if that makes sense to you, find ways of doing that says, this is the new me, this is my new space, and I'm making room for someone else. And your 21 is old enough to understand that it's perfectly okay what you want. And you can kind of, ease them into it because you're not letting them down. The letting down or the big drama has already happened when you separated. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's only natural that you would want to come with someone else. You're not taking anything away from them. It's another
thing is, I don't know how to give love anymore, right?
I think it comes naturally. When I look at the animals and how they take care of each other, it's amazing. I think the whole pulse of the universe is love. This is why things multiply and trees go up and they keep dying and they keep coming up. And you know what I mean? The whole thing is towards evolution and expansion and more stars and more planets and whatever it is. I think we give love anyway. And I think when you meet the right person, that reaction, any person, even if you met, a friend, you'd feel like, oh, we have a connection, we can connect, I can do this, I can do that. It comes, so don't worry about it. Really don't. And this is what I mean by control your mind. Don't let it go off there. Work physically on telling your brain, your mind, and your daughters that this is a new phase, this is a new space, this is a new way of life. But if you're carrying on physically, the same, everything is the same, like, the dad walked out and everything is the same, then it doesn't send signal to any of you that this is a new transition, a different way of life. I'm really talking symbolically. Start symbolically first. Do things a little bit differently so that everyone feels this is an exciting new phase rather than, oh my God, mom is going to have someone. But if you are going to love someone, I'm sure you will. It just happens. Like suddenly we are sad, suddenly we are happy, suddenly we give up on life, suddenly we want to live again. There is like a spectrum of emotions that we all go through. And I think this teaches us something, that life will continue if you allow it. And it happens in a different phase. And I know, the older generation, like my aunt and my grandmothers, and when their husbands died, none of them remarried. And there was this whole thing of like, no. And But I was extremely happy in my marriage. And I know like what difference my husband made in my life, that I'm actually looking forward to sharing my life with the right person if it happens again. So just allow, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It could happen, it could not happen, but just allow yourself. Why do you want to deny yourself anything? And then when you get there, you'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And very often we do, because it's a reaction. You know, I have a friend who moved to Dubai for an amazing new job in a very amazing company, amazing salary, amazing everything. And we got very excited, and she found a home, and she started. And then 2 weeks later, you know, we had breakfast, and she said, "Oh, by the way, I resigned and I'm moving back tomorrow." I'm like, "What?" The minute she went into that office, into that corporation, she just knew there is no way on earth that I'm going to put up with that, regardless of the offer and the money. And she said, my peace of mind is a lot more important, and I don't want to get sick again, ever. And she just left. So when you are there, you will know how to deal with it. You will know whether this is for me or not. The most important thing is to allow and to look for common threads. Is it interesting? Is it enriching? Is it adding to my life? These are the right questions. You know, is it interesting to talk to them? You know, is time together flowing easily? You know, with a man or a woman, just a friend, really. I mean, I question myself all the time with people. I don't collect people. You know, I'm not a networker. I'm not like, well, no, but I connect, not network, if you will. So if I like you, whether man or woman, old or young or whatever it is, then I do make an effort because it's interesting for my soul. You know, there is something to be exchanged. I can give them something. I can impact their life. If you see it that way, as human beings connecting, rather than seeing yourself, you know, I'm a woman on my own and I could meet someone, and you know what I mean? That's a different game. So don't look at it that way.
No.
So symbolically, to summarize, sometimes any small act like that sends a message to your brain, but also to the universe, opens up your energy. You know, I can receive. And that's what's really important. Make your home more available for anybody to come in and feel at home. Do you know what I'm saying? Clear a shelf or a drawer or whatever, you know, symbolically. So to tell yourself, I'm giving room for somebody in my life.
Okay.
The universe really understands symbols. It's like, you know, when you go shopping for a new wardrobe, for example, and then suddenly your social life picks up. I mean, it's such a small thing, but you're sending message, okay, I'm ready to kind of look good, feel good, go out and have a social life, you know? So things like that sometimes work better than therapy. So just visit your place again, re-energize it, keep the memories that you want. The memories that you really don't want and it doesn't make sense to keep them, then don't. It could be little things. Like a friend came over Christmas last year and she said, why do you keep this cup and it's broken? And I said, because, you know, la 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 la, and I gave her the story. And she said, why do you want to remember that? She said, keep the good cup and throw the bad cup away. And I thought, oh my God. And I felt like all this sadness left when I threw that cup. So it's kind of important to keep happy memories, but not memories of whatever, sadness or fear or, am I making sense?
Yeah. I forget.
Because things carry energy. Yeah, the walls carry energy, which is why you know, you freshen up every now and then, you know, a lick of paint, this and that, because that really re-energizes a place. Shifting furniture around moves the energy as well. Little items of decoration really change things. So the physical space needs to mirror what you're trying to create, which is a new me, a new phase, and I'm welcoming people in my life. Any people, you know, it could be more social activity at home, for example, you know. So open up that way.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you.
My pleasure. Anyone, anything else? My God, time really flew by. I hope that was useful. Sana, we haven't heard from you, but thank you for being here. I miss you and I hope you're okay. Judy, got to have you. And Mona, I'm so happy I saw you. It's been so many years. Mashallah, you look the same.
Thank you. I always think of you, though. I think of you often. Really. I don't know how, but I do.
Oh, bless you. Anyway, now you have my number, and if you ever get stuck, just buzz me. Send me a text message. Yeah. All right, Judy, and sign up for that realty course. Let's see how you get on with that. Muhammad, all the best with the universities, and be more excited than fearful. I'm telling you, this is the best time of your life. All right. Good night, everyone, and thank you so much for being with me today. Take care. See you next time. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.